Why do Western activists and journalists need you to believe that millions of people in Iran attended Khamenei's funeral? Well, the first question is, did they? The population of Iran is about 93 to 94 million. Let's round that up to 100 million. If 1 million people attended, that's still 1%, let alone all the people that flew in for the funeral. And we already know from leaked surveys that about 92% of the population is against this regime. Can you prove it? Can you show me the statistics? I don't need to show you the statistics. You already know without reading a single book, without looking at a single survey. How do you know? Mic drop moment. Because Iranian people are ordinary, civilized humans just like you. Ask yourself the question, do you want a terrorist mass murdering regime that suppresses all your individual rights? If the answer is no, then why would they be any different? So if that's true, what is this obsession with the caricature of oppression? Why does the BBC, CNN, New York Times constantly inundate us with these images of black-clad women in Iran dressed in chador, okay, the burqa? Why don't they show you the majority of ordinary Iranians who look just like you, who are just like you? It's quite simple, because the Western activist cannot allow Middle Eastern people to be civilized. Why? Because they need Iranians to be the savage. Because the savage is the antithesis to their own shamed identity. They hold the identity of the Westerner. The Westerner is a symbol, an expression of capitalism, of democracy, of industrialism, of civilization, of imperialism. All of these things they've been made to feel shame for as part of their far leftist ideology, which stems from Marxism. Because they have this identity which is now morally contaminated, the shame seeks to relieve itself through creating distance from the morally contaminated identity and instead worshipping its logical opposite. What is the logical opposite of Westernism? The savage. The savage is untouched by civilization. The savage is untouched by modernity. The savage represents resistance to the source of their own shame. That's why they have to create and reinforce this caricature of the noble savage. They reduce an entire nation to cavemen, quite literally beating on their chests. Me no want imperialist aggressor. The savage that doesn't want freedom, that doesn't want liberation, that doesn't want democracy and civilization unless they've been poisoned to want it by Mossad. Because worshipping the noble savage allows them to perform distance from what they perceive to be their own morally diseased identity. And if they really feel shame for that, they will quite literally fly to Iran, stand amongst the savages through which they are being baptized, right? Morally baptized, and chant down with my own country.
Down with USA! USA!
I wrote all about this in my book. It's coming out next year.